Yo everybody, it's Pilgrim. Today is 4th of July 2019. Happy Independence Day, America. This is the second episode of my podcast thingy when I'm out driving, which is the only time I got to record shit about games these days. And I recognize that in the first episode I went a bit off the rails. I went off on a bit of a rant. But you know, fuck it. I'll try and keep my shit together today a bit better, but if I do, I do. Otherwise, fuck it. Because there's another really annoying fucking thing that's happened in the industry, and it's 2K this time, who fucking introduced ads into their game which you cannot skip. Ads in the loading screens that you cannot skip, right? Your game's loading, getting ready to play the game. You gotta watch this like advertisement. You think it's loading in the background, but it can finish loading, and yet you still have to continue watching the advert, right? Now this is bullshit. This is complete bullshit, and it's complete bullshit when you reflect on three things. First of all, there's already fucking loot boxes and microtransactions in that fucking game. Oh, by the way, the game we're talking about, the 2K game with the advertisements, and now that's NBA 2K19, right? There's already fucking microtransactions in it, and now they're trying to squeeze more money out of you by fucking throwing in these like ads. Okay, now it's fucked up furthermore on account of there already being microtransactions. It's fucked up a second time round because people paid full price for this game just over a year ago, 50-60 bucks for this game, and now when they load it up to play they have to wait 5-10 seconds because 2K fucking took their time and sold it to the fucking highest advertiser, right? Selling our time, us gamers, they're selling our time, and it's thrice times fucking fucked when you consider that there was this cynical price dump of this game at E3 this year where it was going for $3 on a sale. And you were like, oh wow, nice, they're selling off that thing on a sale. Why? Well, to get a whole lot of new schmucks in to pick it up, so that then they can fucking squeeze those schmucks on money by selling their time to advertisers. Never mind worrying about fucking over all of the customers who bought the game on release for fucking 50-60 bucks. It's so fucked up, man. It's fucking outrageous. I don't know why fucking 2K gets off on fucking behaving like this, man. But it's fucked. Anyway, it made me start thinking, because I could put 2 and 2 together, or 1 and 1 together to make 2, or whatever the fuck you say. It made me realise, you know, this whole push recently with like EA's, what's it called, open service games, or live service, right? Fucking EA's shit. Google's doing this stuff with like Google Stadia now. Then there's this sort of the PlayStation Pass or whatever, and there'll probably all sorts of other shit that's going down. I guess Blizzard will soon have like the Blizzard Wagfest like pass or whatever. All of this stuff is because the publishers are moving the games industry towards it being a subscription service. Why do they want it to be a subscription service? Well, because then they can sell your fucking time in advertising. Hey, that's what this is all about. That's where this move is going. You don't have to be a conspiracy theorist to see that. I mean, it helps. But you don't need to be a conspiracy theorist to see the sense that that's making. Google Stadia, they say, all right, okay, you know, and listen, I was fucking excited about Google Stadia. I was fucking excited about it. I was like, oh wow, I'm going to have this amazing computer. Access it remotely, play whatever game I want. Just through their subscription service, right? So say you get that shit. Of course, once they got you all hooked playing their games with their PC, you don't have a PC at home anymore because you decided, you know what, I'm not going to buy an update for my gaming rig, I'm just going to use this service, play it no hassle free, and if they can fix the lag issue, then that'll be great. Except it won't be great because we're going to be fucked. We're going to be fucked by adverts. They're going to like parcel away our time. That's how they're going to fund this shit. Ah man, it's fucking... That's what's going to happen. That's why EA is so obsessed with moving to this subscription thing, right? That's why Google Stadia is doing this. It doesn't take, you know, and to those people who are like, oh no, the gaming industry won't go there, like, you know, nah, the games won't do that. I mean, it's like, Jesus, grow up, guys. Like, just think about what the gaming industry has showed us it's willing to do. The publishers and the big money interest in it in the last fucking 5-10 years. It's gone from being a bunch of like happy nerds in a basement making awesome video games, enjoying the full creativity that's sitting fucking naked in a sweat-stained wife beater 2 o'clock in the morning affords you. And now it's gone to like fucking publishers dictating to developers how they're going to design their games, what mechanics they're going to go into it, you know, and how it's going to work. Like, you think DICE wanted to build fucking Star Wars Battlefront 2 around microtransactions and loot boxes? Hey, then you're dead wrong. Of course they didn't fucking want that, you know? It's fucked up. This is what's happening. This is where the industry's going. Like, all of these loot boxes, they're not the developers' ideas. But, you know, you would sit down yourself, try and design a good board game or a good, like, video game. You're not going to, like, improve the quality of the game by introducing loot boxes. Now, it's only to the detriment of its quality. Those are only there to further the interests of the publishers and the big money. And then you can say, yeah, well, maybe some of that goes back to the developers. Yeah, but at what cost? You're already fucking over their freedom of expression, the freedom of creativity by throwing that shit in. And let me tell you, the fuel for this rant, let me tell you, the very people who are like, oh, you know, it's not such a big deal because this is how the gaming industry looks now, stop making a big fucking hoo-ha about it. To those fucking people, I say, just check yourselves, okay? Because the kind of people who are like, oh no, we need to have like fucking creative freedom in games, you know, we shouldn't force developers to put women or people of colour in their games. Those are the very people who are now saying like, oh no, well, loot boxes aren't that bad or whatever. You know, it's the fucking, Jesus. Okay, to give some fucking context, that particular, okay, so there's this game Mordhau. Awesome game. It's like a sort of mixture between, like, you know, Mountain Blade, Chivalry, those kind of like beat the fuck out of other people with big medieval weapons game, multiplayer on Steam. And there's a whole bunch, the community obviously is like tediously, predictably, inevitably, like inanely toxic. It's like sexist, it's racist, it's the same that anything that has a slightly medieval theme, it just invites those fucking edgy cringe lords with the whole medievalist attitude, you know? Like, oh, you know, Crusader, go to Jerusalem, this is for Christianity, kill the heathens or whatever, you know? It's like, it's the most paper-thin fucking facade that you could possibly adopt to express your fucked up fucking racism. Anyway, people use this in all sorts of games, and you know, you look at the memes about like the Crusades for even like quite cerebral games like Crusader Kings. But even if you look at a game like For Honor and the fucking community around that game, like there's just so much of this like dog whistling with like, oh, I'm a knight against the Crusaders, like kill the heathens, haha, but I'm not racist. It's like, fuck, it gets tiring. Anyway, this is particularly bad in Mordhau. Okay, so the community's gone fucking nuts with this shit. Anyway, so then the developers are like, yeah, at the moment there's only white males in the game, but we're going to put women and people of colour in the game. And then the community fucking freaks the fuck out because they're all these cringy ass edgelords who for some reason think that the only thing they've got left to like squabble about of any significance in their lives is whether they have to look at black people in their games or not. And they were all like freaking out, like, I don't want to look at these. So the way that the developers contemplated fixing the problem is like, well, maybe we could introduce a menu option where you could just choose to not see women in your game. You know, you could deselect it. Like, if you don't want to see black people, you could just go to the menu and just click the I am a racist button. It's like, boom, now there are no black people in your game. You know, all of the models from your player's perspective are all white men, so you can feel safe in your fucking bubble. Fucking hell, can you believe it? Like, whoo! That's like the worst possible way you can fix the problem. It's like, oh, how can we fix this? Oh, I know, let's just let the racists completely dictate their worldview. That's fine, you know, let's not challenge that. I don't think that's problematic at all, you know? Let's skip the whole discussion and let's just fix it. And this is aside. This is beside their whole, we'll let the community fucking police themselves bullshit they're doing. Oh my god, anyway, I don't even know where that fucking came from. Well, that was just a... Anyway, so... what was I even fucking talking about? Anyway, Mordhau fucked up. The developers are like, yeah, let's just deselect women and black people from the game if you want to. If your case you're sexist and or racist. Fine, fixed. That's fucking outrageous, man. Like, what the fuck? Instead of just being bold and saying to the, like, the fucking losers wearing the enlightened gamer, whatever it's called. You know, the, like, gamers rise up meme that they're wearing as a mask, but they're not doing it ironically. If they actually think this fucking bullshit, it's disgusting, man. Or if they say, oh, I'm just a troll, I'm just winding up, I'm just a troll. It's like, well, fuck, it does wind people up, so just shut the fuck up, like. Yeah. As if people who are offended by it are any less offended when you say, oh, I was just joking. You know, it's fucked up. Anyway, so what I was trying to say was, the same kind of cringy ass like idiots who are going on about this bullshit are the same people who are like, oh no, there's no big issue with this, like fucking with the way the industry is moving towards these loot boxes and stuff. But it's robbing developers of their creative freedom, and that's what's happening. Anyway, I can't even remember what the fuck I was talking about, but that's all I have time for now because I just got home. The end.